Before the video start, I just want to put out there that I made a mistake. When I was talking about the Raiders versus Dolphins, I meant to say the Raiders versus the Chargers. That's when Marcus Mariota actually came into the game, and he came in and almost beat the Chargers, but then they lost on the Justin Herbert sneak. You guys know the game. That's what I meant to say instead of Raiders versus Dolphins. I meant to say Raiders versus Chargers. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video. And in today's video, like I said yesterday, that wasn't going to be the last time you heard my voice, and this won't be the last time you hear my voice talking about QB rumors, because they're just going to constantly come. And just like yesterday, we have yet another one. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. So if you guys don't know, the Washington football team yet again is in another rumor to have a quarterback. And like yesterday, I said it's Lion season. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. And also, I said in the video, every single quarterback that's rumored to get traded or free agency, the Washington football team is going to have interest in them. Notice I said air quotes, because we very well could not have interest in this person, or we very well could have interest in this person. You know what I'm saying? It's Lion season. Everyone is trying to get their clicks, their articles out there. Yeah, it's just Lion season, man. It happens every year. Nevertheless, the Washington football team is rumored to be interested in quarterback Marcus Mariota. Now, the thing with Marcus Mariota is this is not the Raiders quarterback that I wanted, but this is the Raiders quarterback that the Raiders are, wanting to trade. They don't want to trade Derek Carr. And that's the guy that we all want, or we will all prefer out of the two. But I mean, with Marcus Mariota, if he did come here, I wouldn't be mad. I would be neutral, because it's not who I want. But if I seen Washington has signed Marcus Mariota, I'll be like, okay. But I'm not really the biggest fan of Marcus Mariota. Me and my man, we just had a dispute about this. We're kind of in the same boat about it. You know what I'm saying? We're like, it's not the guy that we want, but if we did get him, it's okay. But like he was trying to say is that Marcus Mariota is a first-round draft pick, former first-round draft pick, as we know, for the Tennessee Titans, and he has some experience. But I was saying, like, if you're going to get Marcus Mariota, you might as well keep Taylor Heineke. And his comeback was that he doesn't have any experience, which is kind of true. But I'm just thinking, if you're getting Marcus Mariota, you might as well keep Taylor Heineke, because it's kind of the same situation, whether you go Taylor Heineke or you go Marcus Mariota. So, like I'm saying, if we got Marcus Mariota, I wouldn't be mad, but I would be neutral about it. I would just look at my phone or wherever I'll see it. I'll be like, okay, we got Marcus Mariota. Not too big of a deal. I guess this is going to be our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what quarterback we get. They already came out and made it abundantly clear that it's going to be a competition. This is what Ron Rivera practically went wrong at last year. He even came out and said it himself. He didn't have a true competition at the quarterback position. He just gave it to Dwayne Haskins. That's not going to happen this year. I don't care if we get Sam Darnold, Marcus Mariota, Justin Fields. And I know we're not going to get Justin Fields. He's going to go like top 5. But I'm just saying, whoever it may be, even if it's a proven veteran, unless it's maybe like, someone that's top tier or something that you have to trade for, then it's not going to be a QB competition. It's going to be their team. Like, if we would have got Matthew Stafford, it would have been his team. But if we get Marcus Mariota, Sam Darnold, Mitch Trubisky, just throwing that out there, it's not their team. They have to, fight for it. So with Marcus Mariota, man, as we know, Tennessee, and in Tennessee, he just never, really got it going. He always had mediocre seasons, but you did see flashes with Marcus Mariota. It was a reason why he was a former first-round pick, and you've seen flashes of him like he was in Oregon there. He just never was able to be that guy for them. Then now, fast forward to the Raiders, he's in a backup form behind Derek Carr. But then when Derek Carr went down this year, the only game I remember really watching thoroughly was that Dolphins game when the Dolphins came back and won late. You guys remember that game. That was crazy. But Marcus Mariota came in that game and he almost led the Raiders to a win. But then also in that same game, he showed you why he's a backup quarterback, because he tends to turn over the ball. I mean, what quarterback doesn't turn over the ball? But like I said, he shows you flashes on why he can be a starting quarterback, but also he shows you flashes on why, yeah, you're a backup quarterback for a reason. So, like I said, with Marcus Mariota, I'm not gonna be too mad if we got him. But then if we got him, like, why? You might as well just roll into 2021 with the same quarterback you have: Taylor Heinicke, Alex Smith, and or Kyle Allen. I don't really want Alex Smith to be a part of that group, but if you're gonna run it back with the same guys, you might as well do it instead of getting Marcus Mariota. But we'll see how they play things out. Marcus Mariota's really decent, you know what I'm saying? He just probably needs some coaching, and he needs a second chance, and maybe he'll know what not to do this time. But when he was the guy in Tennessee, he was at the helm, he was okay. You know what I'm saying? He was aight. He was never the first round pick or the reason why the Tennessee Titans drafted him. He was never the Oregon guy, is essentially what I'm trying to say. He was okay. So maybe he needs another change of scenery. I mean, he's sitting behind Derek Carr. His head coach is an offensive guru, John Gruden, obviously, as we know. So maybe it is time for him to get a second chance, but I just don't know if the perfect fit for him is Washington. This is with any quarterback. We can surround him with weapons, Allen Robinson, whoever it may be, Kyle Pitts, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? We can surround him with weapons. And this is also for any other quarterback, but more specifically for Marcus Mariota. Derek Carr and the Raiders, they would have been a playoff team. Remember, they shot themselves in the foot late down the stretch, losing to the Dolphins. That really, really put an end to their, playoff hopes. But down the stretch, they had a chance to get to the playoffs, and all season long, Derek Carr were keeping them in these games. He was the reason why they didn't get blown up by 30 every single game. The Raiders' defense was terrible this past year. Like I said, this is for any quarterback. But more specifically, since we're talking about Marcus Mariota can come here and he'll have this phenomenal defense. We can load him up with weapons. Like I said, this is for any quarterback. But for Marcus Mariota, since he's coming already from a team that has a good offense and they just missing that good defense, just imagine what Marcus Mariota can do when he has a good defense. That's all I'm going to say. But at the same time, you can say that for any other quarterback that is rumored to get traded or in free agency. So if I'm the front office, Marcus Mariota is my last option. Now he's down there with Mitchell Trubisky and Sam Darnold and stuff like that. He's down there with those guys. But at the same time, I just think Marcus Mariota, and I'm not talking about from skill-wise. I'm talking as far as last option for us to trade for him or sign him in free agency. He's down there with those guys. You know what I'm saying? My first options is obviously the Dak Prescotts and maybe even a draft or whoever. A good, solid veteran is my first option. If we can't get them, get Marcus Mariota. You know what I'm saying? Or a guy like Sam Darnold or Mitch Trubisky, whoever that may be. He's down there with them, like I said. If I'm the front office, I'm going to have Marcus Mariota in the back of my mind, but he's not the guy that I want. If I'm the front office, I'm just going to roll with Taylor Heinicke if we're looking to get Marcus Mariota. That's my thinking. Let me know how you guys feel about it. But if I'm, in the looks for Marcus Mariota, why? You just signed Taylor Heinicke to a 2-year deal. Yeah, I understand, for a first-round pick, and he needs a second chance, but they're similar. They're basically the same player. They both can roll out, they both can use their legs to extend plays. They both can, pass very well. It just wouldn't make sense to me. But at the same time, if we did get him, I would just be neutral, and obviously I would root for him. But you might as well roll with the same guys you had on the roster last year if you're going to go out there and your quarterback be Marcus Mariota, you know what I'm saying, and not swing for the fences. You might as well roll with Kyle Allen and Taylor Heinicke and whoever the third quarterback may be, whether that's Alex Smith or someone else. You never know. Now, I just wanted to come in here and talk about Marcus Mariota. Just something that's different between this rumor and the other ones is that in this one, the person that reported it said that we're heavily interested in Marcus Mariota. So we'll see what we have to give up. I'm not giving up no more than a third-round pick, if that, for Marcus Mariota. But we'll see what they want for Marcus Mariota. As always, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hell to the Washington football team. Let me know how you guys feel about this down below. Once again, our Washington football team is interested in trading for Marcus Mariota's Raiders quarterback, backup quarterback. Let me know how you guys feel about that down below. I'm out. Peace.